Well, welcome back. So, last week we were pretty unlucky. A bit of a story time from the weekend and stuff like that. Um, so, I looked into the pricing and the availability of some of the strength stacking gear for doing the Molten Strike of the Zenith. And the gear is either not available or each gear piece pretty much costs a mirror. So decided on the weekend there to start crafting some of our own stuff. Starting with the sword. Now, there is a particular synthesis mod that you need on that sword that gives you a ton of damage. We went into Path of Building and just kind of figured that out, and that is the 3 to 5 fire damage per 10 strength as a synthesized modifier on a sword. The sword itself is very easy to craft. The synthesized modifiers are very difficult to get. So, decided to, we actually found a 3 implicit sword. Doesn't have any of the right ones on it, but found it for 2 divines, which is pretty cheap actually. At least compared to other swords, other 3 mod swords. So, or 3 implicit swords. So, we bought it. And then proceeded to buy 100 Vivid Vultures. So that's a 350 divine investment already into this build. And we proceeded to hit it with a lot of those vultures and come up with nothing, unfortunately. We got a couple bad tiered attack speed rolls, and that was about it. We seeing a lot of repeat mods. This is my first time Vivid Vulturing things, so like doing that Beastcraft to reroll synth implicits. So I'm learning the hard way instead of looking it up. I'm learning the hard way that these things, the good mods, show up fairly rarely. So that being said, we ran out of yellow beasts, so I'm just farming some yellow beasts. You know, we took a big hit on the divines. We were over 500 yesterday, and now we're down to 160. Let's see, we got a couple of the gear pieces. We got a crown, which you can get them with the 80% cost reservation multiplier. It's just they cost a mirror. Like, that's how many of them there are right there. This is the sword. Still a work in progress. We got a ring with increased strength with another modifier. I had it in my mind at the time that I just Vivid Vulture it until we hit +1 endurance charges, but I'm thinking that might be a mistake at this point. We'll see. We settled on, well, it wasn't really a settle, it was actually a bit of a steal for this much strength with the, you know, a +2 on it for the Molten Strike. So we're good there. We have some replica Alberons that I double corrupted that saved a double corruption. We will be doing more of these to try and get +1 endurance charges. So, with all that being said, I have farmed up some more yellow beasts. I have no idea how many more synthesis rerolls we can do, but we're going to do that. And then we're either going to get into some synthesis or into, or not synthesis, syndicate. Did I put synthesis on my thing? Whatever. Syndicate or is it Sanctum? Sanctum, that's what it's called. Sanctum. Or we're going to get into some heisting. So I haven't really decided on that yet. We'll see. Heisting, obviously, for the Simplex Amulet, and Sanctum, obviously, for trying to get that original sin. So, I say, if we if we can hit a mod that we can use on this, we'll do some Sanctum, and if we don't get anything, we'll do some heisting. Okay, so go down here, reroll a synthesis implicit modifier. That's the one. These are costing me about 3.5 divine each, and I have no idea how many I have left. I bought 100. So, yeah, let's just go with this. Hopefully we hit something good. So we got some Chaos Res, not good. So we're looking for that strength as extra fire damage, right? What is it, 3 to 5 fire damage per 10 strength? We're looking for attack speed, and we're looking for +1 endurance charge. The absolute non-negotiable is the 3 to 5 damage per 10 strength. That one has to be on there. If we had any of the others, we're going to start imprinting and imprinting first to try and keep it. But anything else, we're just going to roll over. So reroll synthesis. Increase damage, increase fire damage, chaos res. And when it does this, it only rerolls one at a time, by the way. Okay. Quality of socketed strength gems. Well, it had strength in the name. I'm also convinced that there is a weighting to this. I'm sure there's information out there that says that as well. Oh, we got attack speed, but it's a bad roll again. So we're looking for, I believe it's 8% is the max roll. The min roll is 3 to 4, and the medium roll is like 4, 5 or 6 or something like that. So, yep, not good. It tried. That's the third time we've hit attack speed. Reroll synthesis. Minions. I've seen minions so many times. And again, we're just going to do this till we run out of yellow beasts or we run out of imprints. I don't know what's going to come first. Okay. Oh, well, that was it. That was all my imprints, or all my... So that's 350 divines of failure. That being said, to get, well... now I guess we're about a third of the way to... would have been better just to mirror it, but we'll find out. We're 350 divines in. We're going to save up our divines before we try again. I actually thought I had way more vultures than that, but I guess not. You go through 100 pretty quick, apparently. That's fine. So, we failed it. That means we're going to do some heisting, which I do have a lot of grand heist still ready to go. So it's going to be a heisting day. Woo! Heisting, yay! I think it was, yeah, a lot of laboratories here. Okay, I gotta get back into heisting mode, kinda. Okay, so it's been a minute since we did this. Just hit all these small chests. Hope for some divine conversions. Just grab any of that kind of stuff on the way back. That looks like watchtowers. We're scared of those. Okay, and I think these ones had the safes at the end. So here we go. Thieves Trinket, not good. There's a safe. An Omen Wand, which is not good. Engraved Wand. I think that is, yeah, that's not the right base. Then Coil and a Zodiac Leather. So everything is kind of bad here. So we're just going to run out. Proc the alert on the way out, because all of this is bad. It's a good soundtrack for heisting. Just makes you want to go fast. Looks like there is a currency room down there. Currency room, and that's it. We'll hit the currency room. This looks like towers. Don't get seen, don't get seen. No, no trinket proc. Obviously, well, not obviously, but we do have a Regal to Divine Trinket. That's why we're bothering to hit all these little chests and going into those currency rooms. Just in case. It's also why we're killing everything too, because any Regals that drop on the ground have a chance to be converted. Okay, so we have Scourings, we have an Iron Commander, we have some Chaos Orbs, Lionized Paws, and Midnight Bargain. I saw the boots, I got excited for a second. I think we'll just take the Chaos Orbs. And one more wing. Looks like we have a currency room. And that's it. One currency room. If we can hit this simplex, it's gonna be big. Big, 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 big. Oh, shit. No, don't get seen, don't get seen. I haven't been counting my wings, but I gotta be getting close to the 1500. So we could be seeing it on any one of these. I know that's not how RNG works, but... Okay, so, Allopathy, some Instilling Orbs, Prism Weave, a Spirit Shield, and we have a Replica Comb's Heart, which we'll grab for some dust. There's the other safe, we'll hit that just in case. Now we also have our Atlas runners running full steam ahead. I have so many maps for them to run at this point. So it's actually a good thing to take a break from mapping for a little bit, just to get those guys able to catch up. It looked like a full map tab needs to be ran. I do believe that's it. Yep, that's that one. Next. Wrong thing. Grand Heist. Begin. We'll just quality this guy up. Now, I think the Sanctum overall is quite a bit more like divines per hour than doing this as well. However, I'm just not that good at it, so it takes me a while to do it. So, oh, we got unlucky on those chests. Do we have any more jewelry or currency? Oh, we do have some currency. All right, we'll just leave the small chests alone until we hit those currency chests. Oh, get through that. Oh, more snitch towers. Okay. Unlucky. That's okay. Can we get that? Yes, we can. Okay, we have a bad trinket, a quill rain, a abyssal axe, replica lasagnas, and replica allopathy. So all kind of bad. So we'll just hit some small chests on the way out. That guy. Looks like we do not have a room worth going in. So we'll hit all the smalls. Now I do have quite a bit more gambling stuff saved up actually. So I'd like to ask you guys, would you rather, well, I know what you guys would rather do, but what do you think? Is it more physically responsible to sell my stack decks or open them? I have about 5,000 that I farmed up. And that's the same with Ancient Orbs. Should I Ancient Orb some belts or sell them? And if you guys would like to see me, you know, open those decks, it's kind of boring just opening stack decks. I mean, it is gambling though. So if you guys want to see me do that, or do the Ancient Orbs, then that'll be a Friday thing for sure. Okay, we have a Slaughter Knife, Replica Powerlessness, a Colosseum Plate, a Perfect Form, and a Infractum. We're gonna go for this Perfect Form. Because we like dust. Yeah, if you guys want to see me do the gambling stuff, let me know in the comments below. I'll just save it all. And I'll save it all for Friday, for gambling day. Last Friday's gambling day was... It was like the first time I did one, and it was also like super rushed and everything because my computer did break last week. Luckily I was able to get it fixed. But definitely didn't have a lot to prepare for that day. Of course, we still did get some gambles in. Like we double corrupted 2 pairs of the Alberons that I'd found. You know, bricking one naturally and adding white sockets to the other. So hopefully I can find some more. The price of Replica Alberon's Warpath with +1 endurance charges is a mirror, so it's definitely worth corrupting those. Let's see. Hi, Mitch. Help you get your damage up. Maybe. Kind of depends on what build you're running and all that kind of stuff. Can you tell me a little bit about it? And, a little bit about what kind of budget you're working with? And I'm sure I can help you. RF Inquisitor. Okay. Truth be told, I haven't played an RF build in quite a few leagues. What I do know about Righteous Fire is that it is very difficult to get the damage up on them. They're very tanky characters, and their damage is okay, but it's definitely lacking compared to other builds. Why don't you send over your path building? We'll take a look at it. And if you need help with knowing what that is and all that stuff, like, I don't want to insult anybody's intelligence or anything, but yeah, if you need to know what path building is, let me know. I'll help you with that too. Okay, we have a Thieves Trinket that is bad. Glorious Plate, Orbs of Binding, Quill Rain, and Mistwall. That Mistwall will dust quite nicely. Okay, let me just get out of here. We'll finish up this Grand Heist, and I'll take a look at it. In the meantime, you're following a build guide, okay. Could you also send a link to the build guide that you're following? And we'll take a look. And I'd also like to know just what kind of budget you're working with, because obviously the more you spend, the more damage you could get. And yeah, I'm sure we could figure something out, and at the very least we could come up with maybe a strategy on farming, because there's definitely some good farming strategies with Righteous Fire, like that Righteous Fire is good at. Some of it that it's not so good at, right? Okay, we have 2 jewelry rooms. Maybe we'll be lucky. Ooh. Physical damage, and hey, get out of here. And we have Fractured. That's good. And here we can do that. Unlucky. Might end up coming back here if the rewards are bad. Let's see. Save. Okay, some allopathies, a bitter dream, assassin's garb, some chaos orbs, and a bad thieves trinket. Do I take? Yeah, I'll take the chaos orbs. Yeah. That chest up there is actually probably more valuable than 17 chaos orbs, but we'll take them anyway. It's guaranteed. Okay. This should be the last wing, so I'll be able to take a look at the building here. Yep. Just do this. We'll do... How'd we do on this? Not good. Not good. And these... Oh, that's a guild stash. That's not what we want. Look at all my bricks. Ooh, look at all those bricks. Okay, so crazy that some of this stuff isn't selling, even for 20 chaos. Let's just quality these bad boys up. We'll corrupt this perfect form. When I say corrupt, I mean we'll brick the perfect form. Oh, we didn't brick it. I usually do. There, put this stuff away. And let's pull up... you still haven't told me what your budget is there, Midgetons? Midgetons? Midge? Midge. I'll just call you Midge. Hopefully that's hopefully that's okay to call you that. Path of building. Let's pull you up. Let's go here. Let's back. And we'll go new. So, 2 div budget. Okay. So, let's start by looking up your build guide. See what kind of things he has. So I need to do like... cancel. There it is. Yeah, of course. What about... So, okay, this looks like it's really in-depth. This is nice. What level is your character? I'm assuming probably, like, getting into maps kind of deal. 75, okay. This is 70 to 85, so you should be about here. Let's just see if there's anything super important that could be overlooked. Because sometimes it is very easy to overlook things. You said you're looking for more damage. I mean, obviously just kind of leveling more is going to get you more damage, right? This is outside of my wheelhouse of knowledge, just with the Righteous Fire Inquisitor, but again, just looking at it should be fine. Wow, this This is an amazing guide. Holy crap. You will need to change your pantheon. Yeah, okay. Very nice. So, looks like he is running it on a 6-link. Nothing too crazy. Okay, let's just... Actually, can we open up a second one? Probably. Yes, we can. Okay, let's move you over here now. Move you over here. Import, export, build. Okay. Good, running a 6-link. Let's do this. Let's just set the configurations to the same so that we can try and get the same kind of damage numbers and just see what's going on. Bandit quest. Interesting. He wants you to help Oak. It looks like you had killed everything, which is fine. Brian King and Relicash. Righteous Fire. He's showing Fire Trap. So your Fire Trap is going to be like your single target, right? So his Righteous Fire says 106,000. Your Righteous Fire says it's over double. So that's a good start. Now what about your Fire Trap? His Fire Trap says 283,000. Your Fire Trap says 440,000. Looks like you're doing more damage than he is. Let's see your items. Items versus items. Oh, we have to go to here, right? 70 to 85. Yeah, of course, of course. I'm just like kind of like even like with your Fire Trap, that dot DPS 440,000 is nothing to scoff at. Like, what in particular are you struggling with? Hi, Addy. So let's see what you have for your weapons here. We have some damage pen. And just some fire damage. Spirit shield with just some spell damage. What's he rocking? He is rocking a +1, which probably helps. With some burning damage. Same with on his shield. Look at this, eh? Use something like a Dawnbreaker if you're feeling squishy. Is he actually Addy? Oh, like the damage, you mean? Because of because you're the Hex Blast, right? Or you're using Bane. You're doing all those curses. Oh, okay. What'd you change to? Let's take a look at the tree again. Auto Bomber. That's a fun one. Grats. So the thing is, like, Righteous Fire is a solid build, and with high investment, you can do all the content in the game, and you're very, very tanky. The thing is, you're not going to be doing as much damage as other builds, being a Righteous Fire build. However, it is a very fun build. You just walk around and stuff dies. It's awesome, right? Like, he'll be tankier than your Auto Bomber, for sure. Let's take a look at maybe something to aspire to. Because if you're only level 75, you do have a long way to go. Or not a long way, but you have a bit of a ways to go, right? Like, keep leveling. Get up to level 90, 92, right? So let's take a look at the 90 plus getting Skitterbots, right? And we'll do the same on the items. Because this is what you're going to be aspiring to, right? Looks like his items didn't really change that much. He did change to a Champion Kite Shield, so he lost some damage. Okay. And it looks like he's going max block. So let's look at your helmet, because your helmet is going to be right. So your helmet is going to be your next big thing for damage, okay? You see that socketed gems deal 30% more elemental damage. That is big. Because what you're going to end up doing, and let's just see where he sockets his Righteous Fire. I think it ends up going... We have to go to the 90. So his Righteous Fire stays in the helmet, or stays in the body armor, but the Fire Trap's going to go in the helmet, and that's where you're going to get a lot of your damage, right? So what you're gonna want is a kind of crazy helmet that gives you technically more than 4 links, right? And to do that, and this would be, I guess, you could do this at any time, but this is gonna end up being my suggestion to you, there, Midge, is if you want some more single target. Let's see if I have any of these essences. These are expensive essences. Where is it? There's 2 ways you can go about doing this, right? So first off, you're gonna need a... Let's see if I have one of these helmets for sale. You're gonna need a Elder helmet or a Shaper Elder helmet. Let's bring up Craft of XL as well. It's a little bit complicated to explain, so I'll do my best. Craft. We'll bring that up. So. Oh, and the other thing we could actually do is, how about we just go to PoE Ninja? Just to best explain what I'm trying to talk about. Were you, you're Inquisitor, right? So where's Inquisitor at? Right there. We'll go down here. We'll look for Righteous Fire. We'll go for DPS. See, the numbers aren't that high for Righteous Fire, right? Granted, it's the Fire Trapper that's going to be doing a lot of damage, but let's just... We'll look at the top guy. And we're going to look at his helmet, right? Now you see, this is an Elder-based helmet. And it has some Elder mods on there. It's supported by level 20 concentrated effect, supported by level 20 burning damage. And does he have anything else? No. Well, then he has the Essence of Horror mod. The Socketed Gems deal 30% more elemental damage. Okay. So, this is the kind of helmet you're going to want. He has his Righteous Fire in there. And then it looks like he has his Fire Trap in his 6th link, which I think is usually what ends up happening, because you can get more damage with your Fire Trap that way. But essentially, you're going to turn your helmet into a 6th link by having the burning damage, the conk effect, and 30% more elemental damage. I think there's some Shaper mods that you can get in there too, so you could technically have a Shaper Elder helmet. That's even more complicated to make. This kind of helmet, you're just gonna spam these essences, these ones. Yeah, Socketed Gems deal 30% more elemental damage. You're just gonna spam these essences on a helmet until you get something good with it, right? In this gentleman's build guide, it's looking like at level 90, he's just using... We'll go back to it. At level 90, he's just using an Essence of Horror with a crafted socketed AoE gems. Let's see what happens when we go to Aegis plus Melding. Expensive. So if we go to his expensive build, see now what he has here is he has a right, so he has his essence there, he has his socketed by burning damage, and he has a Katarina mod, which is very expensive to do. Very, like, you're talking like 15, 16 divines per try, not guaranteed to get that +2 level socketed AoE gems. We'll forget about that. It's looking like that's the direction he's taking though. Elder helmet, horror crafted with a mod on there, and that's what I would recommend to you. So just very quickly how we would do this. So all you have to do, let's close out of that. I think getting a helmet like that, putting your fire trap in it, is going to help your single target significantly. So if we go to path of exile. There we go. All we're going to do is look for a helmet. Probably like one of those high... What's he using? He's using a... Royal Burgonet. You can go even. You can go with the one above that too. We'll just say helmet. Helmet. We're gonna say has Elder influence. Search. Now, in crafting one of these, no, I'm telling you to do it this way, or suggesting you do it this way, because it's going to be cheaper than just buying one if you have a 2 divine budget to make your build better, right? So let's do that. We're going to go with Conqueror's Helmet, I do believe is the highest. So Conqueror's Helmet. We'll just type that in there. See, it looks like there's some for sale here anyway. So one thing we do have to check for our helmets. We're just going to go emulator, create new item. No, calculator is it? I don't know how to use Craft of Exile very well. So helmet. Influence, Elder. And we're just getting an idea of what level this helmet needs to be. So for Elder modifiers, we want at least an 82 for the max level on concentrated effect. Or we wanted that burning damage here, that's at least an 82. If we look, nearby enemies take, well, that's physical damage, so we don't care about that. So I guess it's 82 that is all we care about. If we go up to our regular mods, I do believe it's 84 for max tier resistances. Life regen is something you're probably going to want as well. So that's 78. So you're going to go out, you're going to buy a Conqueror's Helmet that's at least, and in here you can put item level minimum. We'll say 85. They'll be somewhat common, right? So 30 chaos, right? 40 chaos. Or you could just go run some Elder maps, right? So you got that going on for you. And then from there, you're going to buy some Horror Essences to do that. You can just go to the Faustus Financer. I want essences. It's at the bottom. Horror. I have Chaos Orbs. They're getting expensive. So it's looking like you can get them for 40 chaos each. Or you can hold Alt. It says competing trades. So there's some there for 34 chaos. Competing trades, that's what people want them for. So you can actually say, I want them for 35 chaos. Do it that way. And essentially you're just going to hit it with a couple essences of horror. Hope that you can get, hopefully you can get like one of those good Eldritch mods. I'll show you in a sec here. There, Midge. But you're going to hit it with some essences of horror. You can even play around with this on Craft of Exile. I don't know if you've done that before, but I do believe it's emulator. So create new item, helmet, strength. We'll say Conqueror's Helmet. Item level 85. Proceed. So if we just pretend that I'm in game right now, we'll just add the Eldritch. Where are you? Wonder if we can just make it. Maybe not. Elder. We just do that. We'll just do that. Okay, now it's Eldritch. Now it's Eldritch based. So just pretend that that's not on there. We'll just hit it with the Regal. Where's our Regals? Right there. Regal. Okay. So We just pretend we have our base item there. If you've gone and bought that or farmed that up, we're going to get our essences. We're going to hit it with a horror right here. Boom. So that guarantees the socketed gems deal elemental damage, right? So that would be 1. So that's 40 chaos. There's 2. Didn't hit very good. We hit a tier 2 regen. You might want to do something like keep that. You could play around with this and get an idea of what it's going to cost. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. So in 6 essences, we hit a burning damage, tier 16 burning damage. Hey, that's a pretty good settle if you're still building up your currencies, right? So that's essentially what you're gonna do, right? These helmets can be very, very expensive to craft if you're going for like min-maxing them. So one thing that you might want to do is farm some essences while you're doing this, if your character can handle it, right? Try and get yourself some horror essences that way, right? Elder maps. So, by elder maps, I mean Elder Guardian maps. So that would be any of these guys: Enslaver, Eradicator, Constrictor, Purifier. Any of these guys. You could also, they're very cheap. I don't necessarily recommend you do this, but you could, I think you can add Elder Influence. Add Elder Influence outcome to the area, influencing Scarab of the Elder. So you could run your maps with that and try and get yourself some helmet bases. Or you could just buy a base. It doesn't have to be like a Conqueror's helmet. It could really be any base you want. Other bases are going to be cheaper. So I would recommend that. Getting yourself a good helmet, hit it with a couple horrors, and put your fire traps into that helmet. Now I also noticed that your wands aren't very good, or like your scepter isn't very good. So that's something that you could also upgrade. His scepter isn't anything special. This is yours. So you should be able to go to tier 16. I would imagine. You might struggle with the map bosses a little bit, but if you keep following his build guide, it looks like you're following his tree really, really well, which is good because I'm under the impression that you're a newer player. And hi, Notepad. The thing with Path of Exile and following these build guides and stuff like that is if you are a newer player, it's very, very, very easy to overlook things and get discouraged when things aren't working out for you, right? But not Padfoot. Gotcha. So it's very, very easy to overlook things. One of the main things that's very easy to overlook as well are your flasks. So let's see what you're running for your flasks. It looks like you have... Are you running a ruby? You're not running a ruby flask. A ruby flask is going to help you out a lot. Yeah, because it has that +5 to maximum fire resistance. It's going to help your survivability a ton, right? So you're going to want that ruby flask going. You could probably drop that overflowing chalice. Someone trying to buy something for me. Get that. So you don't have to make your flasks exactly the same as his, but I would recommend getting a ruby flask going. It's going to help you out a ton. Just made a heist character. Oh, nice. Like a speed running heist character kind of deal, like where you can go in and out in like a minute, not even. I'm doing a lot of heisting on this guy. He's not optimized for heist, but he's fast enough. I feel very comfortable doing heists with him. Trying it out. Hey, I really like heist. So yeah, Midge, for your weapons, right? So you're doing very good. So besides that helmet, your weapons. So his Void Scepter, you can see it's a +1 to fire skills. And then he just has like crafted fire damage on there. He has some burning damage on there. Not that crazy of a weapon. I see your weapon here has some damage pen, and that's all you have going for you. So I would recommend you just have to run maps, my dude. I would recommend for your weapons, you can get one pretty cheap, a +1 fire, and you can, yeah, get a +1 fire weapon. It's going to help you out a lot. Let's look at your shield. Let's actually take a look at your resistances too. Resistances are good. His resistances, yeah. Yeah, you could probably get a better weapon. That would help you out too. As far as making money strategies, there's lots and lots of strategies out there. It's all about what you enjoy doing, right? As a newer character, you're probably just getting your Atlas tree going, probably getting your maps going. I would recommend, and only if your character can beat them easily, I would recommend going into some essences. That's this here, Prolific Essence. Making your way up into this one with the Amplified Energies for that. Have your maps at least one essence at highest tier possible. And going into this one, just not into Crystal Resonance, but just up into here. And that's all you really need to do. Keep working on your Atlas. You know, get the get your bonuses done, right, on all your maps. You're eventually going to get some Void Stones. Just get all that part done while you're doing it. Essence farming is pretty darn good, in my opinion, anyway. Make sure you bring some of these... where are we? Bring some of these Remnants of Corruption with you. And anytime you see one of these essences, I just have it in my mind, anytime you see a purple essence, you hit it with the Remnant of Corruption, and it has a chance of turning into one of these essences. And these essences sell for a lot. And obviously you're going to want to use the horrors to try and make yourself a nice helmet. That's what I would do. Thing about this game is there's so much content that you could potentially do. There's so many things. It's really all about what you enjoy. So I would just play the game. If there's something like you think like, hey, I really like this. What's this called, right? So like, for instance, if it's essences, all I would do is I just, you know, hop on the YouTube. We're in League 3.25, so type in PoE 3.25 and say, want to do essences? Essences, right? Look at all these videos, right? So you have Travik, he's really good, really good for these kind of videos, right? Crouching Tuna, amazing, right? Palstron, really good. All these guys, they're going to show you essence strategies, that kind of stuff. No. Nope. If it's purple, it has a chance of turning into one of them. That's the way I see it. Or the way I remember it anyway, if it's purple. But Scorn, Envy, Misery, Dread. They all turn into these guys. So, they don't always do it. Sometimes your essence will just release on its own. Sometimes you'll turn an essence into something else, and then sometimes it will transform, right? You can do all that with literally zero investment. You could look into these guys' videos. They'll say like, oh, use all these different where are we? Fragments, scarabs. They'll say use these different essence scarabs. Well, the thing is, essence scarabs are expensive because when you do a high tier version of this, they get expensive, right? I think this one is quite expensive. It turns all the rare mobs in your map into essence monsters, and they're like 25 chaos each minimum. Probably more, probably closer to 30, maybe 40 chaos each once you get into bulk. So, but you could just use plain old essence scarabs, throw more essences into your map. It looks like they're 1 chaos each. You can use 5 of them. So you could put a whole bunch of essences into your map just using those scarabs. Do it really, really cheap. Or you can look at one of those videos and get a good idea of what you can be doing. I know essence farming, I think it starts in tier 6 maps. I think that's where they start farming them if you want to do like a really easy essence farm. But it is something that you could do while you're building up your atlas, which is why I recommend essences. Of course, there's other strategies you could do as well, but in my opinion, essences are a great way to go. They're always in demand. Okay. So hopefully that helps. I want to get back into doing this farming now, though. After I sell this thing. Because we need all the divines we can get. What is that? That is a... Oh, something I pulled out of blueprints. Cool. Yeah, no problem, Midge. So yeah, the helmet and the weapon. For sure. That's going to help your damage. You're not going to see the same kind of damage numbers as an Autobomb or that kind of thing. Just keep that in mind. But also, the guide you're following is amazing. So keep following that guide. Keep doing what you're doing. And you'll get there. You're not going to see instant results necessarily, right? And there's so many different nuance and stuff like that in the game. Like, you could miss one thing that seems really, really small to you that ends up being a big deal, right? For getting a build going. I think the main thing is just to keep at it, right? And don't get too discouraged once you run into a bit of a wall. You know, that is when it's time to go reach out to people, you know, and see what you can do, which is exactly what you did, right? So that's awesome. Let's get into these here. One min less. Okay, we got some fracture base. We like that. That is a little too close for comfort. Now that I've done all that talking, let's hope that pays off. All that talking pays off, hopefully. We have a Dream Feather that is well rolled. That's nice. Some chisels, a Thieves Trinket, that's not good, and a Bitter Dream. Okay, we'll grab that Dream Feather. Are you still with us, not Padfoot? And if you are, I'm curious about your heister. If you made a if you made one that just runs past everything, or if you made one that kills stuff, and you know what kind of contracts you're running, what kind of grand heist you're running. He vanished into thin air. That's all right. Oh, no worries at all. No worries at all. Don't be sorry for having to work. Okay, no good rooms. So, no good rooms means taking all these little chests. So I don't know if you heard me there, Notepad, but I was just curious about what kind of character you're making and what kind of strategies you have in mind for heisting. You know, if you have grand heist set up, or if you're just doing regular heists, or what. Let's see, Veil of the Night, Victorio's Charity, a Solarine Bow, which maybe... Ooh, it's an 86, and not the greatest rolls, but it's an 86. Apex Cleaver, and Inya's Epiphany. Do I take the I might just take the Solarine. Any kind of bow, it's really important that it's level 86 at least, so that if you're going to craft on it, you have that the ability to craft 2 additional arrows. That's a level 86 modifier. And again, no worries. You go do your meetings. Okay, we have 2 good rooms. Oh, melee damage synth jewel, that's nice. Double corrupted ring, that potentially good. Just run past all this, kill all this, go into this. Ooh, fractured eye jewel, we'll take it. And we'll just hit some little chests on the way now. Let's see, we have a Bad Thieves Trinket, some Orbs of Binding, Exalted Orb, an Arcane Vestment, and some Chaos Orbs. Ooh, I think Chaos Orbs are worth more than the Exalt. Oh, and that was it for that one. Okay, Solarine Bow, 86. Oh, they're only 20 chaos. Okay, so I guess a lot of people are heisting. Guess that wasn't really worth taking. But did we get a good fracture? Nope. And that's not good. And maybe the melee damage one, Synth Implicit. 20 chaos, sure. And these guys were life fracture, kind of unlucky. Bad roll. This guy, attacks per second we look at. 80 chaos. Not too shabby. I'll just, where's my dump? Craft on you later. Oh god, we gotta make room. Okay. Oops. I have my dust one just automatically taking my unique items. Okay, so you go for 80. You move from 80 to 50. Ooh, look at that, we had room, nice. And you, we're gonna sell for 20. You go away, you're garbage, and you're garbage. Next Grand Heist. Yeah, I could quick check it here. Sure, Addy. It's Addy. I think I had you like. You're gonna die a bit when you get that build going. It's you take a lot of self damage on that build. I've done that build one time, and I enjoyed it. Huh? Where does this go? New import export build. We want from this guy. Start. It's on your Hierophant. Nope. It's on your Elementalist. I can see at a glance your resistances aren't very high. You're gonna have to have this Vessel of Victor up as much as possible. Oh, I see, you're using a Wise Oak. Anytime your flasks go down, you're gonna be taking big damage. Yeah. Alright, okay, that's where you're getting the rest of your res. You have to have your flasks up all the time. I see that you do have... You gain your flask charges when you deal a critical strike. That still doesn't help your unique flasks. Are you just using the Joffrey's Crest just for the resistances, I take it? Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. It's not finished, but... I'm just looking at your stuff. That movement speed, if you haven't been hit recently, if you're like self-hitting yourself, that would probably negate that, right? So I wouldn't be too attached to that modifier. Yeah, it looks like you're trying to get your like there's not a lot of room for resistances, is there? And you're using an Annihilating Light, yeah, so that's a good roll one, isn't it? Let's see. Obviously, you probably... Yeah, you're only level 72. So, again, just more levels, right? You're probably dying a lot because your flasks are going down. This is actually, like... This is actually a pretty good Glorious Vanity Glorious Vanity you've gotten here. Good job on that. Something you could look into. Took you an hour? Yeah, it can take a long time. Good job on finding a good one. So you could potentially, your large cluster here, you could get resistances on it. Like as far as your survivability goes, I would recommend trying to not rely on your flasks as much for all your resistances. Because as soon as those things go down, you're just gonna get nuked. You're gonna nuke yourself, right? I'm assuming that's what's happening, right? So I would recommend that. At least getting getting enough lightning resistances to be able to handle that, right? You could probably get better resistance jewels in the meantime. That might help. Looks like you're not into Lone Messenger yet, right? I don't know. I'm assuming that's what you want. You're not... You have the jewel in, but you haven't actually allocated the node. And if you look at that, that like doubles your DPS, by the way. Oh. Drop this guy. I don't want to brick my heist, so I think I have to go in here, and then I have to go up here, and then we have to go in here. There we go. Oh, maybe it's just not updated, because sometimes it takes a minute or two for path building to update it. But yeah, you're definitely like, as soon as your flasks go down, you're probably getting nuked, right? So I would attempt to get some better lightning resistances. Your helmet would definitely be a good candidate for getting better resistances, for sure. Your cluster could be one. Like, you definitely want Stormdrinker, 100%, but you could... Prismatic Heart's also good for your resistances. But you could get those small nodes giving you more resistances, for sure. Yeah. And then your helmet, for sure. Like, I see you have them on your gloves. Looks like you're short on dex. So, gloves could be something that you could upgrade for sure. Your boots aren't bad, but you could definitely get some better boots too. I see you have crafted decks on them as well. So you could get better boots, you could get better gloves. In the meantime, I would think your first thing... It's so hard to get those resistances. Get a better helmet. You get better res on a helmet. You can just flat out buy one for probably 5 chaos. 5-10 chaos. So you have a CB, that's important. And then yeah, with your playstyle, you're just honestly you're probably just gonna have to like just run through your maps. Blast through your maps, make sure those flasks are up and going as much as you can, and just loot after. I hate doing that. I hate that kind of playstyle personally. But yeah. Yeah, just checking some builds, just trying to run some heists. Yep. That's what I'm doing right now. They're Bond. We'll call you Bond. if that's what you like to be called. See, Path of Exile Bond. But yeah, try to run some heists. Definitely just annihilated a bunch of currency, trying to roll some synthesized implicit modifiers on a sword, trying to get a strength stacking build going. I don't know about that. It's I'm doing like, I'm not just like doing super run to the end kind of heisting, but more or less just doing these grand heists, try to get a Simplex Amulet, trying to get some replica Alberons for the strength attacker so that I can double corrupt them. And yeah, just doing what I can. I personally love, like, I love the kind of like rolling the dice, right? So we have 1 Divine Orb there, we have 5 of those, we have Chisel, Simbar Scepter, and Heartbreaker. We'll take the Divine Orb. It averages out to like, at least for me, like if you're looking at Divine per hour, it's averaging out to about 10 Divines an hour just running heists like this. Of course, there's also a lot of prep that goes into it, right? Like you could spend an hour prepping all your grand heists, or you can spend a couple hours. Like I personally don't like to just run one ring grand heists. I farm it all myself, so I'll just run deception contracts so I can get multiple wings going per grand heist. So that goes into the time as well, right? But yeah, I've been heisting, I've been doing Sanctum runs, and then like just random different currency or gambling strategies just to try and get the strength stacker going. So far I've been very unlucky with some of the strength stacker gear, unfortunately, but you know, that's how the game goes, right? I wouldn't call myself a blaster by any means as far as like the high currency strategies, that kind of thing. Tier 17 running, like, I'm not a big fan of running some of those tier 17 mods, you know? Reflecting Mist, it's a new extreme level of game. Yeah, it is, right? Especially like if you're doing the lock, mist locking, that kind of stuff. It's like, woof. We have a Sleek Coat that I don't want, Vulture's Guidance, Scours, Powerlessness, and we'll take the Chaos Orbs. That. There's so many strategies, so many tier 17 strategies, tier 16 strategies, just strategies while you're leveling up, going through Atlas, right? Yeah, those +4s, they sure are. I don't think I'm gonna be well, I might. We'll see. If I do end up with a simplex, we'll see where I'm at with currency at the time. You know, I'll split it. Maybe we'll roll and gamble some simplexes, you know? Big stat simplex amulets. Doubt I'll be able to lock them though, so probably want to do it on a split simplex that I split myself, right? So, do we have any rooms worth going in? No. We'll just hit the small chests. The way I run these the way I run these heists is I do have a trinket. Just look at it quickly here. Just for Regals to Divine conversion. They're a lot cheaper than the Chaos to convert to Divine, but it's a 4% as opposed to a 2%, and I've run the Chaos ones in the past. And I actually see more Divine Orb conversions with these Regals than Chaos. That's just my personal experience. So I don't bother going for the big expensive trinkets. I'll go for the cheaper Regal ones. So we have a bad trinket there, speaking of trinkets. Throat Stabber, Accumulator Wand, Leer Cast, and another bad trinket. Okay, so we won't get any of that. We'll just look for this other... Oh, we must have gotten it. The other safe. I like hitting the safes at the end. Right? One thing I find with Path of Exile is if you have the discipline to be able to, you know, run a bunch of, you know, say run a bunch of essences or, you know, a bunch of something, right? And then just sell it off, then... Oh, maybe we should do that. Yeah, if you have the discipline to do a farming strategy that's like, you know, 10, 20 divines an hour, but you have to go and actually sell the stuff that you farm up, I don't have that kind of discipline. I hold on to everything. I'm a hoarder, you know. I have a really hard time with getting myself to, say, sell a bunch of essences, that kind of thing. So I just don't do it. I completely rely on the big ticket, big drops to fund my currency. So that's why I do stuff like this. And, you know, tell you, back in the day, before this change, I've seen so many simplex amulets and stuff like that back in the day before the change, before simplex amulets were a thing. And I wish I had really capitalized on that, I guess. I mean, it really doesn't matter. Like, I only play League Mechanic. You know, like, I did do, in essence, like, who was I watching? I was watching Life Without Pants. He's a guy I randomly, like... So, like, one of these days one of my days where I was just randomly streaming, a fella came in and raided me, and I was so happy, but when he raided me, I had to go, and there was still a lot of people watching from the raid, so I just randomly found a random guy to bring the raid to, and that was this guy called Life Without Pants. And ever since I did that, I've actually been watching him a bit, and he's a good dude. I really enjoy watching him. Smaller streamer. He does make videos and stuff like that, and he showed me the way of essence farming, and it was really, really good. Like, really, really good. And I did it for quite a few maps, and I actually went and sold the essences, and with Faustus and all that stuff, I actually made some good div an hour. It just felt so bad to sell them, though, so I stopped doing it. But yeah, he showed me the way of essences. And yeah, if you can just stick to some type of farm like that, where you just kind of grind away, then it's like all the power to you. What's this? Maybe a 20 divine, 20 chaos. And that's just what I do, right? Better just to buy them. That is very true. And the thing is, the if you do go up and look a guide, I think even Travik, so Pants put out a video, Travik put out a video, and it's essence farming, but not even worrying about corrupting essences. It's just going in, blasting maps, getting a ton of essences, and then just bulk selling them with Faustus. They don't use corrupted essences at all. But I agree with you. It's a real feels bad with the essences not doubling anymore. But it is totally viable. Also, just doing the corrupted essences, spending a little bit more time in your maps, because they are like 40 chaos each. Okay, we have a Mistwall, Innsbury Edge, Scarab of Neurosis, Inya's Epiphany, and Tempestuous Steel. We're going to grab the Mistwall for some dust. Fight our way out. Maybe get a conversion on the way. That'd be nice. I did another farm this weekend. I just threw in a bunch of those stack deck scarabs. So I did 5 stack deck scarabs, and I farmed up 5,000 stack decks so fast. And like, it is so hard not to open them right now. It's like, every time I go into my stash and I see those stack decks, I want to open them so bad. Is there a good room? No. The gold drops are very bad in Heist. Not gonna lie. Very, very bad. So, I basically, with the other farms I've been doing, saving up all the gold, I have about a week's worth of gold going right now. And I just have my mappers going. I have lots of maps, leftover maps and stuff like that. So, have my mappers going full time. I actually, I need to get my shippers going again. You know, trying to get them going full time for that chance for them to run into a boss, so I can try and get those good runes, right? That's what they're called, runes. Yeah. All right, we have a replica lasagnas, a boom mace, Sallow sign, voidwalkers. We'll get the Sallow sign, I guess. It sells for like 20 chaos orbs. Why not? They are down, that's for sure. But still worth, you know, a couple minutes of your time going to kill the boss, right? We'll finish off this heist here, and then we will go and get my shippers. Save my shippers. I've just been getting them to get me more stacked decks. Depending on the mood I'm in, I'll either get them to have stacked decks, or get them to get scarabs, or... Actually, that's all I've been doing. Stacked decks or scarabs. I think you can get them to do the odd, what is it, tattoos, but you need a little bit more materials for that. And I don't really have that much materials, only because I have been doing so much of this. I haven't been mapping as much, so my some of my materials are down. Specifically my orichalcum, which everybody seems to want. Right? And I feel like they nerfed that. The mirror shard getting, like, either that or I've just been so unlucky. Like, I've done 5 or 6 of those 50 mil shipments, and I've yet to get more than 2 mirror shards at a time. Very unlucky, I guess. I was actually doing some Harbinger farming, and Mr. Pants actually suggested to me that I've ruined it for myself, because unlike my 5th map, I got 2 mirror shards doing Harbinger, and apparently that is really incredibly rare. So apparently I've ruined it for myself, because anytime I go in with Harbingers now, I expect to get mirror shards, and apparently that's just something that doesn't happen. So we have Tempestuous Steel, some Scours, some Clissa's Grace, and a Bad Thieves Trinket, so I think I'll just hit a chest on the way out. We'll just hit lots of chests on the way out, just to get out a little quicker, because all that was doo-doo. Get you. Never know when you'll get a Regal conversion to Divine Orb, so that's where I'm at with that. That kind of line of thinking. I think that's it for this one. Put this stuff away. We'll go check our harbor. What are you guys going for? Yeah, not many on the market. 20 chaos it is. Did we get a good fracture? We did not, although we have life and fire damage multiplier, maybe? Nah, what if we corrupt it? Maybe 20 chaos now. Let's go and redo our shippers. 8 stack decks, 7 stack decks, and 6 stack decks. To do that, we just do 5 of that stuff and 50 of that stuff. 5 and 50. We send them all to that place. Ooh, I didn't notice that. All right, let's rescue this guy. Armory extension. Armory, I don't know. You might have to tell me about that one. I might be missing something. Whew. That guy's actually shot me before and killed me. It feels so bad when you die to this guy, because you lose, like, you know, 6 tier 10 mappers. It real feels bad. They can be really annoying to get back. Oh. No, I am not running that. Maybe I should, right? I mean, I can just do this for you. No, we don't answer that. We'll just go and on the other thing here. Get my build going. one, that, and we'll build share. Yeah, it's something I should definitely set up, right? There's my path of building there. Yeah, I'll definitely set that up for tomorrow's stream, I guess. But yeah, that's my path of building there if you're interested in the build. It is inspired by Travik. That's streamer and creator. Yeah, I figured as much. Let's see, maybe we can make you good. Nope. We didn't get any good runes. Put you with my runes. And let's fill up. Where is it? Dust. We got lots of stuff to dust. Gotta build up my dust again. Midge, the Eldritch, that allows you to hit some of those Eldritch modifiers, right? So and the ones you're looking for are like the concentrated effect or the increased burning damage, right? So that's why that's important. We have any more room? Yeah, we have a little more room. Yeah. And again, I mean, if you don't hit it, then it's not a big deal. The important, like, I mean, obviously hit it, great. It adds essentially another link, right? It's like adding one of those skill gems to your links. If you don't hit it, not a big deal. That Essence of Horror modifier is going to add a lot of damage to your fire trap, right? So that'll really, really help you with your single target. That yet. Might be able to squeeze those two in. Yep. All right. Back to the heisting. Ooh, 2 currency rooms. Got 2 chances at conversions. No luck there. Yeah, no luck there. It's always sad to see Regal Orbs drop. 4% chance is actually quite a high chance. Like, I swear, when I was running the Chaos conversion trinket, I don't think I did this heisting for an entire league with that Chaos, and I don't think I saw a single conversion. And you do see the divine conversions like fairly regularly from Regals. So I kind of stand by that. Lots of people calling me. I sustain it by myself. So Advancing Fortress, Twizzle, Heartbreaker, Curry Scepter, and Necrotic Armor. Mana modifier magnitudes. Maybe. Oh, 86. Maybe. Necrotic. Was that the good base? Yeah, it's the good base. That actually could be good. We got lots of mana stackers out there that I think might even use necrotic when they go into the high budget builds. We'll see. So yeah, as far as blueprints go, I tend to, like, if I'm doing some sort of strategy, like Harbinger or whatever, I'll just, like, try and fit it into the tree, right? It's fairly easy to fit into the tree. Just chance for contracts and chance for the blueprints, that kind of stuff. And what I'll do is I'll only pick up deception contracts so that, you know, I don't get bogged down with too many contracts. And I'll just run them. I know it's not like I definitely don't run the most optimized strategies when playing this game. What I like to run is strategies that I enjoy doing, right? So I enjoy getting all this stuff by myself. I enjoy doing a I call it semi-solo self-found anyway, right? Like, I like to try and supply myself with everything and you know, do as little relying on other people as I can when I play. Let's see, ooh, we can just fit this one in. No conversion though, unlucky. So yeah, I'll just throw blueprints in, I'll do other strategies, and I'll eventually, like, fill right up on them, and then I'll just spend an hour or two doing a bunch of deception contracts, getting a lot of, you know, Gianna reveals, and then, yeah, I'll reveal all the blueprints that I get, just for the wings. I'll only do the wings, though. I don't do specific rooms in them. Oops. Should probably check what else we have. So, Blasting Blade, Chaos Herbs, Thieves' Trinket, that's not good. Thieves' Trinket, that's not good. And Victoria's Trinket. Okay, yeah. We'll take the Chaos Herbs. Ooh, we got a not alert proc. That's kind of nice. But yeah, these aren't really worth taking, so I guess we'll just hit chests on the way out. These guys, maybe we'll get a nice conversion on our way out. Or, you know, maybe we won't get a nice conversion on the way out. Yeah, talking about sustain, I have a stash tab that I just filled up with, what are those things called again? Sanctums. So I do have to run Sanctums at one point. I'm gonna run them. I'm running them, like, again, not super optimized. What I'm running them for is, whatchamacallit? The original Sin contract, or the original Sin, whatchamacallit? Thingy-merbob. Like, I won't run it. I can't do no-hit run. I can almost do no-hit run, honestly. Like, I do a bunch of runs. I could probably do a no-hit run. But I wouldn't leave that to myself. I would just sell it for, like, a mirror. That's what they're worth. It's kind of crazy. So I would definitely sell that as opposed to running it. And probably just buy an original Sin that way. Because I do need an original Sin. .40 strength stacker. That's my plan. It's not a good plan, but that's my plan. That's how I'm going to get one. Somewhat back. Well, welcome back. We have here some Scours, Grip of the Council. Ooh, a Tempering Orb. We like Tempering Orbs. Allopathies, and a Quill Ring. We'll take the Tempering Orb. Thank you very much. Not worth as much this league because of all the rune crafting. But it's still worth like 50 chaos or something like that. You did the no damage Pathfinder one. So you're zooming. You're like, in out, in out, in out. You're probably killing yourself at the end if there's no good items, right? Yeah, absolutely. Just doing it this way, you know, kind of slower, not the in out, in out, in out way. I've been making, and this is including, like, including like rolling the heisting and doing some Gianna stuff. On average, I'd say I'm doing about 10 divine an hour. You can definitely get that much, much higher. Do you have any other good rooms? I'm hitting these side rooms like anytime there's a jewelry side room or currency side room, I'm hitting them. I've definitely pulled out some very, very expensive fractured items out of those rooms. So it's 1 min less. What's this? I like stacking builds a lot, but time to I bet. That's cool. Yeah, as far as like the stacking, I haven't really done them before. Like this is the first league that I've actually made good currency. Full disclosure, like I think I still might have been doing my Atlas and I had a mirror drop for me. Like just random, just out of the blue, mirror. Couldn't believe it. I've been playing this game for 8,000 hours, finally found a mirror. Wasn't farming for a mirror or anything like that, I was just doing my thing and I had a mirror drop. And that's where I got a lot of my currency this league. Or, that's how I funded some of these characters anyway, I should say. Oh no. You have to be phasing, right? Phasing's really important, I'm pretty sure, for the in-out method. We have Val Orbs, Regret Orbs, Wings of Entropy, Replica, Stiletto. Yeah, nothing really worth taking out, so we'll just hit some chests on the way out. And here I've been spamming Scry 300 quant Jungle Valley maps. What'd you scry onto them? Oh, Apothecary. Yeah, that's kind of an all or nothing, right? Yeah, good luck. Just say that. Good luck. You have to run a lot of maps. Did I do all the wings? Yeah, I did. I have, on my Jungle Valley, what do I have? I have Divine Beauty, and I actually find those half decently. Glacier's a good one for sure. Yeah, I've been doing Jungle Valley. You know, when I'm blasting them, I'll see sometimes 2 Divine Beauties. Sometimes, like, yeah, like Apothecary, obviously, massive, massive drop. But, you know, how many Divine Beauties do you find before you would find an Apothecary, right? Maybe you'd find 300 Divine Beauties before you find a single Apothecary, right? So it's like, you gotta think of it that way. You're really going on luck based. But hey, if you hit one, maybe it gets doubled too, right? That is Big Gamba running that. So that's something that I was talking about. I personally like to run Regal to Divine. I've run Chaos to Divine before and found nothing. Absolutely zero, zilch, nothing. I run a Regal one and I find... I don't know how many wings. It's really all RNG based, but I tend, in my personal experience doing it, I find more divines from Regals than I do divines from Chaos. That being said, you tend to get more like higher Chaos stacks. You know, like you'll find sometimes you'll get a stack of 3 Chaos Orbs or 6 Chaos Orbs that could potentially convert into divines, whereas Regals you only really ever find like 1 or 2 at a time. So I understand why the Chaos to Divine trinkets are worth more, but I personally find more from Regals to Divines. Oh yeah, this guy. Alright, and this we'll just throw in like a 3 Divine tab, see if it sells. So bad with remembering. Oh, this guy has his own Ravenous. That's the first person. That's cool. If you have a lot of currency, like if you have a big budget, 2, 4, 6, yeah, whatever, 78. Yeah, the apothecaries are so rare. Yeah. This is the latest I've ever played into a league. I find it super interesting, actually. Like the the market really like balances itself out, kind of. It's really interesting about how like the currencies like essences go up in price later league, because you have more people farming like Giga Juice, like stuff, like all depending on stuff that's not like your basic needs, like essences, or I don't know, any other basic needs. All your basic needs, they go up in value. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool to see. Okay, what do we have here? We have Infractum, Tyrant Scheme, some Regrets, some Chisels, an Apex Cleaver. Ugh. Me too. Yeah, I've done a few builds. I don't like leveling characters, so I'll tend to like just make different builds on the same character kind of thing, right? Bleed Glad, Echo, and SS Trickster, and now Heist character. I started off, Bleed Glad was my league starter, actually, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I ended up using Lancing Steel of Spraying with him, and holy crap, the clear was nice. Oh, I need to like proc this thing, so I this, if it would be really good if they put in an option to skip leveling. Like maybe you have to do it once per league kind of thing, but then yeah, maybe skip the storyline. That would be really nice. I have lots of friends that I game with that don't play because they hate leveling characters so much. Anything good? Anything good? Maybe and maybe. Do we have any other good rooms? Nope. Yes. Was a very expensive build to get online. And like it's good. It doesn't quite do everything that I want it to do. Only because I have Magic Find gear on it. So I'm sure I could get it tankier and all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm running Magic Find on it, so it's definitely not as tanky as I'd like it to be, but it does okay. It's my first time really running a Headhunter build too, and I'm not a big fan of the playstyle of just like going in and blasting and picking up loot later. Like I like to loot as I go. I like to take my time in maps. So yeah, the wands are expensive to craft, like self-crafted for sure. We're just gonna hit some of these side rooms because the end chests were all doo-doo. Get these. Get a chance at a fracturing shard or a mirror shard. Wouldn't that be crazy? Ooh, Ancient Orb, I'll take that. Third league. Hey, it's a good league. Really good league. Yeah, the wands, like I like a build like this because I can just self-craft everything. Which I did. I self-crafted everything. Right? Like, bought the bases, right? Bought the suppression bases. I think I bought this base. The helmet, I kind of went crazy on currency on. Wasted a lot of currency attempting to craft this helmet. But yeah, I think what did I do? I settled on... Yeah, I just settled. I spent too much. I think I spent like 40 or 50 divines trying to... what is it? That one orb? Veiled orb. I was trying to unveil the rarity. I never hit it. So, yeah. The wands, they were fine to craft. Like, easy crafts. Especially... Oh, I lie. I flat out bought this one because I saw it for sale for 200 divines, and at the time, it was like 100 divines to put the Haunted on, so I was like, screw it, I'll just buy it. And I self-crafted this one, which was fine. I missed a good unveil on it, but it worked out because I needed accuracy rating and I needed strength and dex, so hey, cool. Self-crafted the chest. Elevated, smush them together, and then, that kind of stuff. And then, self-crafted the gloves. What did I do on that one? Yeah. Belt. I ended up buying this Headhunter with the rarity for quite a bit. Like I said, rarity character. And yeah, self-crafted the shoes. Bought a Nimbus. I think I ended up buying this amulet. Just with the rarity and the crit multi is all I really cared about, but I also had... Oh, do I have... No, there's... Yeah, crit multi. Oh, it's just rarity base. Anyway, yeah. And then, yeah, the Venters was like 15 divines or something like that. But, yep, just your magic finding wander. One thing I did do this league is every character that I made, that I intend to make, has something to do with the league mechanic, right? It does have like a rune crafted element to it. That's something that was really important to me this league, was making sure that I take advantage of those league mechanics, because they probably won't show up again, right? So might as well take advantage of it. Yeah, those we are later in the league, so it is going to be harder to sell some of those big ticket items for sure. I would recommend maybe, like, especially anything to do with minion. Gazzy, he's the minion guy, right? So maybe linking in with his community, just seeing what kind of items that he has on his build that people are going to be looking for. Maybe you could adjust your price according, right? As far as minion stuff goes anyway. Oh, I'm sure he doesn't do price checks, but I mean, just like I'm sure he has like maybe a community Discord, or maybe like yeah, just like people in his chat who want to do his builds, that kind of thing, you know what I mean? Spamming blueprints. Definitely run just white. The only reason you'd ever run them rare is if you're looking for... Like, I don't think the rarity affects what comes out of the chest, so... Only if you're looking at opening, like, more, like, small chests or big chests, but if you're just running to the end, it really doesn't matter. Ooh, let me hit this chest. As far as buying your blueprints, I have no idea what the... Honestly, I don't know what the market is. You'll probably have to go on a trading Discord like TFT, the Forbidden Trove, something like that. Buy them in bulk. I know at one point they were going for 20 Chaos Orbs each. And if you're just running single wings, then you're going to have to be, on average, pulling 20 Chaos out of each. So it's a bit more of a gamble, obviously, if you're not supplying yourself. But yeah, just run it and see, right? As I don't know of any content creators who are really heisting, like, at the moment. I know that Empyrean did a based or cringe off of it, so you could maybe look into his based or cringe videos. He definitely just ran to the end and checked, and you could probably get a good idea of what you can expect just in watching maybe his based or cringed thing on it. What's this? Crit chance? Maybe. Oh, no. No, there's already rings that do crit chance. Yeah, we're not doing that. Okay. So yeah, maybe check out MP's based or cringed video on heisting. He definitely he did quite good. I don't think he came out with any big ticket items, but he still made a good currency per hour doing it, for sure. Doing it the way that you would be doing it. So definitely check out one of his videos. That would be my recommendation on that. I'm sure there's other ones too. Okay, badly rolled Dream Feather, Convening Wand, Imperial Bow, Sanguine Remnant. Hey, do we still have, oh my god, I'm bad with names. What was his name? Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot your name. The fellow that was doing the Righteous Fire. We still have you in the chat? Same, I love crafting. I love crafting in this game. Oops. You know what? I'll grab this anyway. For the life of me, I can't remember his name. Oh my god. Yeah, Midge! There you go, Midge. I found a wand for you. Look at that, eh? Fire skill gems, fire damage to spells, spell damage, and fire damage. How's that for an upgrade for a weapon for you? Sorry, Midge, I forgot your name, but I'll remember it now. We'll help you out there. It is time for me to go. Every day at 3 I have to go pick up the kids, right? So, unfortunately, I can't stick around later than this. So, we'll end off with the stream with, Midge. We will get Midge this wand, and hopefully that helps him out. Midgetos. Start. Magic. You too. Actually, you know what? We actually have people in here, so let's see if I'll shoot you guys over to Pants if Pants is online. If you guys don't mind, anyway. Let's see, is Pants online? He's not online. Oh my goodness, Pants. Okay, well let's search up Path of Exile. Let's see if there's anybody interesting going on, right? Maybe help one of these little guys with a few more viewers, you know? Leaping, we have a Slayer, hopping and bonking. Oh, no worries, Bond. I'll be back tomorrow. You can always come see me tomorrow. You could, why don't you just leave a path building just leave it in the chat just now, and I'll take a look at it, and we'll see what's going on. See where you're at. You're out? Okay, well if everybody's out, then I won't do a raid. No, no worries. But yes, I wanted to get this wand to you, Midge, before I left. So we'll do that. Check on these two. Ooh, maybe. Yeah, maybe not. Damage over time, multiplier with fire damage. Yeah. Right? Mage Blood solves all your build problems, alright? See you later, dude. Alright, it's Midge. Maybe I can just copy... Like, went into the path of building and... Magic? I can't, like, copy and paste your name for some reason. Back. New. MIDGETOS. See if this works. TOS. See if that works. Oh, okay. I have to do an actual character. I can't just do your account name. So let's try it. Magic to the Mato Man. HVACTO. I think that's it, right? No, not two. Just Magic the. Magic the MATO Man. Does that work? There you go. Ha! We both did it. Alright. Yep, my pupper dog's here. He's all ready to walk. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. There he is. There he is. The little rascal. Get this wand to you. Hopefully this helps you out. Hopefully it's useful. If it's not, then just sell it. No big deal. Alright. Well, thanks for stopping by, guys. I'll see you guys again maybe tomorrow. Streaming every day, 1 till 3 Eastern. Later. Bye. Bye. Say bye.